Hi, I am Tony.
And I'm Annalise from the Rook Room. We are a pop-up all about unique board game events and experiences. We're a partner with XBK and we have a bunch of fun stuff coming up. So keep an eye on their calendar, on their social media channels, on our social media channels so you don't miss anything.
And today, the third person joining us that you see here is Lily DeTaeye, who will be playing at the upcoming live, local, and loud show at XBK on April 16th. So make sure you mark down your calendars, April 16th. There will be an open house, which Annalise and I have both been to. Super fun. And that starts at 6 to 7, with the in-person show starting at 7:30 that night for ticket holders only. Now they do tons of COVID safety measures, everything from hand sanitizers at all the tables to wiping down the tables to masks required, temperature checks at the door. So this is very COVID safe. We're very happy with it on our end. I know they're very proud of the measures they have in place. So it's very COVID safe. If you want to join in person, tickets are $10. Otherwise, if you're not comfortable or just out of town, can't get to the show, it is streaming for free live on XBK's Facebook page and YouTube, and we'll have plenty of links for you for that so you can't miss it anywhere. Lily, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thanks for having me. I'm excited.
Welcome.
Are you ready for us to send you around the house to get some really weird, fun items?
Yes.
Cool. So the 3 items that you will be getting around your house is, number 1, something nobody else in the world has. So something nobody else in the world has. 2, an item that you would take with you to a deserted island. So, I mean, it could be food, maybe not food, something that you would definitely miss if you're on a deserted island. And number 3, something you picked up while traveling. So unique, no one else in the world has, something you take with you to a deserted island, and something you picked up on your travels near and far. So you ready?
I am.
And go.
Go.
People do it.
Okay, perfect.
First one, she's right here.
Oh, perfect.
Nobody in the world has my dog. She's sleeping.
Yes.
But she's
I love to see animals.
Me too. Oh my God.
This is Delphi. She's a troublemaker.
She's beautiful.
She got in trouble downstairs, and so we're sulking. She is wonderful. I adopted her in here. She's so sleepy.
She's shy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I adopted her in November. So we've been together for like 6 months now. She's a little whippet Jack Russell Terrier.
Yes.
She is my best friend.
Can you say her name again?
Delphi.
Delphi. What is that inspired by?
It's like Delphi.
Yes.
The city in Greece.
Yes.
I got to go to Greece a couple of years ago and to like learn about the mythology, and it was part of my education. And so I just really resonated with Delphi. It was like this beautiful scene and all these mountains, and it was snowing, and it was just gorgeous. And so, yes, we adopted her, and I felt like that was like just the perfect name for her. Now she's grooming herself.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do when you wake up. So
exactly.
Let me get ready.
Oh, she's so beautiful. And yes, nobody in the world has her.
That is true. So we got something that nobody else in the world has. So we still need something that you would take with you to a deserted island, even though I'm sure you would take Delphi with you.
Yes.
Something else, and then or something you picked up while traveling.
Okay. Let's see. The deserted island is rough. It's a hard question.
It's okay. Take your time with that one too and everything.
Okay. I've got 2 different things for the traveling.
Cool.
Perfect.
Okay. So I get tattoos when I travel. So I've got a strawberry from when I went to Liverpool to study. I went on a few like music trips with my school, which was really cool. So yes, I got a strawberry after we had seen strawberry fields, which was really cool. And then I got this in Athens, and it's the ancient Mycenaean symbol for woman.
Wow.
So it was the same trip that I got to see Delphi.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. And I think I like those because I'm trying to like minimize the stuff that I have in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is like it's not gonna take up room in my house.
No, but you see it every day too, which is great. That's exactly what you want from a trip that was, that meaningful to you, is to be reminded of it all the time. So that's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm noticing a connection here. You have Yellow Submarine on the wall behind you.
Yes.
Strawberry Fields with a tattoo. Are you a Beatles fan?
I am. Yes.
Okay, I guessed.
I got to take a Beatles class in college, and so that was part of it. We went to Liverpool on our spring break.
That's cool.
The Beatles sites. So yeah, it was super cool. And then I've got a little Spanish guitar.
Oh.
And I don't even remember what city in Spain, but my mom and I went on another like trip when I was younger, and so she bought it for me, and it's very cool.
That's so sweet.
Sound very good, but
I mean, hard to tune probably too, right?
Yeah.
I love that idea though of tattoos for travel and then minimizing what you bring back, and you always carry it with you. That's perfect.
Yes.
I might take that from you, and don't worry if I steal your ideas.
No, please do. I mean, I just feel like we all have so much stuff in our lives, and I definitely still have too much stuff in my life, but it's just a really good thing to have with you and way to remember trips. And it's always a conversation piece because this is so like upfront. People are like, why?
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
I love it. I love the symbol especially too.
Yes. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. Turned out really well. Should we go somewhere else and find something?
Yeah. So the last one we have left is something you would take with you to a deserted island.
Aside from the food and the water.
Yes.
Would love that. Be there. My friend Lindsay gave me her old record player, and I had never had a record player before, and I've always kind of felt like an imposter being a musician and like not listening to vinyl.
Sure.
And so she gave me the record player, and she also gave me Simon and Garfunkel record to just kind of like start off the collection, and I listen to it all the time. And so I've started to like cultivate my own little vinyl collection, and I did not think, especially because I'm trying to get rid of all my stuff or all the extra stuff, did not think that I would appreciate having such a big bulky collection.
Right.
And I absolutely do.
It kind of becomes an addiction, like I know some people are real crate divers and they're looking for very unique or old school stuff. And if you're that way, or if you're buying all the latest stuff, either way, I think it's just fun to physically pick up a record, have a break halfway through to flip the album over, and and just, have it fill your house for that full album length. Yeah. Yeah.
And it makes you like focus on it. Cause one, you have to go flip it.
Yes.
But it seems so much more, like an experience.
Yeah. It's like an activity. It's not as passive.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's fun to like make your own little rituals. Like I always like light a candle, and tea, and I open the window. And
yeah.
So what's your desert album record if you could pick one?
It would probably, I've been listening to that Simon and Garfunkel record. It's Bookends, I think is.
Yeah. Oh yeah, classic.
Yeah. And then I've also got Willie Nelson's Over the Rainbow.
Yes.
Beautiful.
I also love, and that came from my family because they had a record player. And so a few years ago when they moved out of the house that all my dad's siblings had grown up in, they like gave me all these records. I still didn't have a record player, but I was like, maybe someday.
Yeah, how perfect. You were ready.
Yeah.
So those two for sure. And then 22 a Million by Bon Iver to just change up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are those major influences for you in your music and what you write?
Absolutely. And I think they're the most influential because I didn't think that they were. And I feel like when that question is hard to answer for a little while because you don't really know what's influencing you until you start to see it come out. And especially some of the new stuff, I've found a lot of Bon Iver influences, and I've been really digging into like Paul Simon lyrics and how those are crafted and how weird they are.
Yes.
But I love it.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like maybe not so much the past music, but definitely where I'm at now.
Now, I wanted to ask you, speaking on that subject, about this one thing, and I had to write it down in a note because I definitely wanted to bring it up today. Your website says you are a harmonica wielding badass, weird friend from book club with bodies in her closet. And I love these things. Like, it paints such a picture of who you are. And what are we going to experience on your show, or at your show, on the 16th?
Yes, I learned the harmonica because my dad played harmonica, and he would not say that he played harmonica, but he was sort of getting tired, I think, of my Taylor Swift covers when I was learning guitar when I was 14. I was like, let's get some, let's get some Paul Simon and some Bob Dylan up in here. Like, if you're gonna do it, then like do it like this. Right. And I kind of hated it at first because I was like, I'm a girl and like I don't want to be seen as like this boyish, like, because I thought it was boyish.
Right. And you never like what your parents want you to like too.
No. Right. Yeah. But then I started playing it and I was like, wow, there's a lot of power in this instrument. It's really loud. And I like being loud. So that's where that came from. And so since I've kind of leaned into it, like, yeah, a lot of women don't play harmonica. And I think that there's kind of, it's not because they can't, but it's because I think there's kind of this stigma, or like, it's not sexy, and it's not what you really like want to see from a female performer all the time. And so it's cool to start like being aware of other female musicians that also have been playing harmonica and how much that's kind of coming out of that shell.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of that, and I want to continue to have that in my set. And then I'm a huge bookworm. I was an English major at the University of Iowa. So I also I'm pretty literarily driven, and a lot of my songs are about books. And yeah, I think the artists that I like the most and the people that I would want to go see are the people that don't hide themselves and that don't necessarily play a character.
Yeah, definitely.
And so all these things, and it's taken time. We all don't really ever know who the hell we are. But I've kind of figured out these little parts of my personality that I've been able to relate to with audiences and with people that listen to my music, and maybe make it more fun for you if you know where it's coming from.
It's beautiful. I feel like you're my weird friend from book club. You got it.
Thank you.
You got it.
That's the whole vibe. So
yeah. So just because I'm curious, and you it doesn't have to be just one. What book would you read over and over again if you had
a desert island book?
Love.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think it changes. I really like White Teeth by Zadie Smith. That's a good, and it's super, there's just a lot of storylines, so it doesn't get old very quickly.
That's a good answer.
Yeah, just kind of read it again and again and again.
Yeah, something with a lot of depth or width, I guess, too, with a lot of characters.
Yeah. It's both funny, but also like kind of heartbreaking. And
all right, it's on my list now.
Yes, definitely recommend. It's so good.
I love book recommendations, so thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Anything else that we have missed that you want to talk about?
I'm working on a lot of new music. So these live shows have been sort of a really good way to finally put those out in front of people that aren't just in front of a computer screen all the time.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some new music on Friday, and we're going to tell stories, and it's going to be really fun to see everyone again. I've been looking forward to it.
Awesome.
Good. We've been saying it. It's time. It's time for music to open back up, and XBK is being extremely safe. It feels like a good space to be in, so it's time.
Yes, yeah. I think so.
I personally can't wait for your show. Just a reminder for everyone out there, that is April 16th, XBK's open house, open studio, I guess, starts at 6 p.m., goes to 7 p.m., and then the live in-person show starts at 7:30. Tickets are available. Just go to xbklive.com and they will get you all hooked up. Well, there's plenty of social media and everything out there, so you can't miss it, but definitely write it on your calendar as well. And remember that if you can't make it in person to see Lily, that you can stream it all for free live on YouTube and Facebook. So many ways to watch. You can't miss this show. I'm not going to miss this show. It's going to be awesome. So Lily DeTaeye, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you had fun.
I did. No, this is great.